Welcome everybody. We're alive right now. So thank you very much that we are live here in HOD Radio Network, and we are also going live today in a new platform that we're beginning to use, that is Restream. So today, for me, this is a challenging technology because, LinkedIn audio rooms, unfortunately, came to the end. The format that we used to know that was the audio rooms. So now they're challenging you to do the live with using a streaming platform. I have been thinking which platform to use. So I'm using today Restream. Let's see how it goes with Restream. Today, we're airing in several platforms because we're airing in the Facebook, we're airing in the LinkedIn, and we're also airing in YouTube. So let's see how it goes. Really, let's see how it goes. Today, we're going to talk a topic that for me is really very important. That is how you can inspire others to achieve their 2025 goals. The year is coming to the end. We are already coming to the end. And by the way, thank you, HOD Radio Network, that always people are connecting. I'm airing here in my Facebook channel in HOD Radio Network. I encourage the person that are hearing me this in the Restream that you can also go to Facebook in HOD Radio World Network. I air their program there, but I'm today also airing in my personal Facebook channel. I'm also airing in my personal YouTube channel. I'm also airing in my LinkedIn account. So it's gonna be a challenge for me being doing this. So we were talking about achieving your 2025 goals, and year is coming to the end, and we were thinking what would be a good topic to talk in this program. That only are remaining 2 more programs for the rest of the year. The people that doesn't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Jose Pereira. I'm a former oil and gas executive. I did more than 3 decades career in the oil and gas. I was a CEO of a multinational called Citgo Petroleum here in the U.S. And more important, I am a survivor because I came through a situation of to become an international hostage during 5 years. And that made me rethink my path because I came back 2 years ago through a prisoner swap. And I was thinking what to do with my life. And today, because I'm connected to the hostage community here in the U.S., I'm a strong advocate for the hostage community. And that set my new path because I begin to contact people, connect people, begin to get invited to go to events, foundations. I begin to be invited to even some public events. I have been invited 2 times to the UN and also have been in the Congress. And, I begin to explore more of this. And I decided, because that's part of my calling today, that I really needed to begin to talk, not only raising awareness on that topic, but trying to put my story, my testimony, and my past experience of leadership to help others. So that's why I decided to become what I am today. I'm a leadership and resilience coach. I'm a public speaker and I'm an author. I wrote the story of my journey through my book that you will see it here. It's called From Hero to Villain. Everybody can see it here. From Hero to Villain is the compound of my journey of having been the international hostage. But I always say that it's not only the story, the situation I went through. It's really the legacy. My legacy for the world today is that anything in life you can overcome it. I went through those big challenges during my survival situation, but I discovered that everybody has inside that inner force. Everybody has inside that unbreakable leadership spirit that you can overcome anything in your life. And that's what today I teach. That's why today I speak. I teach today business owners, entrepreneurs, C-suites, and I'm going to begin to talk to kids this year as a new venture, as a scholar going to universities, how they can tap and unleash that unbreakable spirit that everybody has inside. They can become a leader of their life or in their business or in their family. How you can really, even you're going to any situation in life, any dark situation, any severe situation, any unimaginable situation, you can always overcome things. But you need to have several things that are very important. You need to have the mindset. You need to have that inner force that comes from that connection, the strong connection with your spirituality, the strong connection with God. In my case, I did a strong connection with God, and that boosted my faith. You had to have hope, and you have to connect with the people that love you, and you to take care of yourself. One of the big issues today, and I have been talking this very extensively that last day, I got in shock how the humanity is having so much mental health issues. And in the youth, in the young people, all those suicidal thoughts that are being devastating. I say that every time you lose unfortunate a life of a kid, you're not only losing a life, you're losing a whole generation. So my calling today is talk to these kids and seeing in their eyes and see, my friend, anything you're going in your life, you are gonna make it. You are stronger than them. Sometimes people are devastated because maybe their father got divorced or they're going through financial struggles. Maybe they're having mentally health issues, anxiety, depression. You know, society sometimes gives you social distress, all the social media today. So there are a lot of things that the kids today are part of what they're going through, but I'm here to tell them that they're stronger than that. They can be stronger than their circumstance, and they can make great things in their life. They can become the great leaders in their life. That's gonna be my new mission. So today, I wanna talk about your goals. What are gonna be your goals in 2025? So I decided to talk about this because I have been revisiting my goals, my own goals. I'm gonna show you here. These were my 2024 goals, and you will see it here. These were my 2024 goals. I wrote this in December 31, 2023. December 31, 2023, I was in my church, and this year I'm gonna be again in my church. I was in my church with my wife. And my pastor, that day, he declared that the 2024 will be the year of the amusement and the amazement, because you will begin to see miracles in your life. And I can tell you today that I saw a lot of miracles in my life. But why that happened? Because now you are focused on the things that you want to pursue. You are pursuing your dreams, and you are targeting in a laser-focused way your purpose. Because now you're more clear what is your purpose, what is your calling. So today I'm going to challenge the people that are hearing me. What is your calling? What is your purpose? What do you want to achieve next year? What were your goals this year? So let's deep dive a little bit in this today. So going back to my goals, when I wrote down my goals in 2024, I had my top goals, I had my health goals, I had my family goals, I had my work goals, I had my finance goals, I had my personal growth goals, I had my passion and hobby goals, and I had my spiritual goals. And I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them because one of my top goals was being successful with my book that I was finishing by that time, having financial freedom, and have family union. I can tell you, my book, I wrote it, and it's alive. It became a bestseller. My financial freedom, unfortunately, I have having a good year, and today I'm not gonna say that I totally 100% there, but in that I'm really in that way. Financial union, for me, that's an incredible goal. When I came back of my hostel situation, I found my family totally devastated, because when you go to a situation like this, that is not only you, it's your family, the things that are going. So I found my family devastated. I found my daughter was going through a lot of depression because she didn't see solution of my case. My two other sons were totally putting their life in pause, and their family was really going through struggles. And even that situation created a lot of conflict in my family. There were internal conflicts. I'm gonna be honest, it was happening. But during those 2 years, all these things has been recompounding, because it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. But they came back, and we, this last Thanksgiving, first time in years, because I stayed 5 years in my captivity, I could celebrate the Thanksgiving with my family in peace. And I'm gonna say something that I said when I did my testimony in Thanksgiving in my church. I was captured in November 2017 during Thanksgiving. I was passed to trial in November 2018 during a Thanksgiving. I was convicted, a false charge. I was convicted to be an American spy, committed treason and corruption in November 2019 during a Thanksgiving. We appealed, and they denied my appeal in November 2020 in a Thanksgiving. I got a formal sentence during a November 2021 during Thanksgiving. They gave me 30 years. So I was supposed to stay all my life in a communist regime, accused to be American spy for the rest of my life. And I came back 1 month before Thanksgiving in November 2022 through a prisoner swap. And that year, I could celebrate the Thanksgiving with my family. So what I'm gonna say you here, the miracles happen. Things in life happen. You had to think in your miracles. I was having a strong faith at that time. I was having a strong faith that I was gonna come back. And when you have that powerful faith that is beyond what you can imagine, beyond what you're looking today, because don't look what is going today in your life. Look where you want to be. Think on that. And when you visualize that, it becomes to your reality. Everything you think and everything you say becomes at the end your reality. So now I have these top goals, and I have some health issues, and I have been working my health issue, and they're improving. They're improving. I wanted to have success in my book, in my public speaking, and in my coaching program, and I have been all over the place. This year I did more than 30 speeches. More than 30 speeches. I have been thinking also that I needed to have more personal growth. One of the things that I was asking God was giving me wisdom and discernment. Don't ask for money, ask for wisdom. In the life, the wisdom is what is going to attract the abundance. Ask for wisdom. So I was really asking God wisdom. And I was asking also to have a personal growth, a spiritual growth. And today I'm more and more connected to my church. I have been going to all the path to do my leadership retreat in my church. I'm today part of a movement called the Golden Heart for senior citizens in my church. I'm part of a ministry called the TAG, the Art of Giving in my church. I'm very connected to all the church services that we're having. So I decided that to become part of my journey. So now I'm not only a strong advocate for the hospice community, I'm a strong advocate to the ministry of my church. And today, I decided that everything that I'm going to do is going to bring people to the kingdom of God. So my message to the young people, my message to any corporation that is hiring me is going to be the strong message of faith, strong message of hope, and strong message of connection to the grace of God. So my passion, do this not like a job. Do it like a emotion, like emotion. So now let's try to think about what you're gonna do for next year. Think about what you want to achieve. What are the most impactful things that you want to have in your life? Think in your project. Think that project that you always have been thinking to do impact in your community, impact in yourself. So try to understand and reflect what happened this year, where you are today. So I don't know if you write it down your goals this year, but if you didn't do it, I encourage that you begin to write now your goals of next year. Remember, have your top goals, the most important goals that you want to have. Have your health goals, because health is important. You don't do nothing doing good business if you're not having health. So the health is the mental and the physical health. What things do you want to improve? Do you want to improve your weight? Do you want to improve your mental health? Do you want to improve any capability? So think in your well-being. The connection with your family and your friends. Yesterday, I was looking at a graph that was put in Facebook that really impacted me, because it said how has been changing the composition of the relationship of the people since 1940s to today. So we're talking about a range of around 90 years, 85, 90 years. The composition during the 40s, almost 60% of the time the people expended with the family. And like 30% with friends, and the other were like minor things. And it began to change, but during the 80s, it shift to be more people be with the friends, with the colleagues and the co-workers, with the family. Because the people begin to work harder. The people wanted to have a better life, it's understandable, and begin to work harder. Spending much more time in their job than with their family. But something happened during the 2000s. In the last 25 years, the tendency, the trend of the composition has been growing exponentially to the social media. Today, the people spend more than 70% of their time in social media. And the margin, the spending with family and friends, is so low that it's something that is miserable. It's less than 5%. So part of your goals, put that, what are your goals to spend time with your family and friends? That's very important. You have your work goals. What are the things that you want to achieve in your work? Your finance goals. This is very important. What are the steps you want to do for your finances? Your personal growth goal. Because as I said, it's important the mental health, it's important the family, but it's also important the personal growth. You don't do nothing having goals in your work if that is not tied to a personal growth. The personal growth is your personal development, how you begin to evolve as a better person. And the passion and your hobbies. take time for your free time. If you like to sing, if you like to go to movies, if you like to read, maybe you are thinking to write your book, or maybe you want to tour. I have a passion that I want to do next year, that I'm going to go in a van, an RV with my wife for the US, maybe take a couple of weeks or maybe a month traveling and going with my grandson. This is something that I'm going to do next year. And your spiritual growth. Remember, you don't do nothing if you are not connected with your spirituality. Everything that you do has to be connected to God, or the religion that you profess, with the entity that you believe. But you need to be connected to that. If you don't have that connection, you're not going to walk in the grace of that entity. In our case, I am connected to God because I want to walk with the grace of God, with the hand of God, and that's what's going to bring you the abundance. So this is the way you had to write down your goals. So dream big, but start small. Even if you want to dream big, but begin to do baby steps. Begin to do baby steps and celebrate them. Celebrate those baby steps that you do in your life. And to set these goals, use the SMART technique. The SMART is, the S stands for specific. The M stands for measurable. The A stands for achievable. The R stands for relevant. And the T stands for time bounded. Let me explain you what that means. When you set a goal, the first thing is it has to be a specific goal. A specific means you have to be concrete. I want to do this in this time at this percentage. Be specific. Don't be vague. Be specific in the goal. Measurable. Every goal has to be measurable. You have to measure it. You have to have some way that you can track it. A goal that cannot be tracked is not a goal, because how you're going to see if you achieve or you didn't achieve the goal if you don't have the opportunity how to measure it. Achievable. This is very important. Dream big, but begin small. Achievable, because sometimes it's okay to dream big. It's okay to dream big, because you really want to have a vision where you want to be. That's okay. But when you set the goal of the years, try to make them achievable, things that you can really do. Don't try to do things that they're going to be kind of impossible to achieve, because you know what will happen? When you don't achieve those goals, you're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel with anxiety, because you're going to be trying to reach something that is going to be impossible for you. So don't do that. Do things that are achievable, that you really think they can be done. But of course, at the same time, it has to be relevant, because it doesn't have no sense to do something that is achievable but it's not relevant. It has to be something that really has to be impacting in your life. Don't say that if you're a bookkeeper, you're gonna review invoices. That's not relevant. This part is your job, normal job. So you have to do something that has to be relevant. And time bounded. Always you have to frame a time. The goals have to have a finite time. If you're talking about 2025, it has to be during that 2025. And not only that, you have to put the time bound. I'm going to do this between January and March. I'm going to do that between March and June. So you have to be achievable and measurable, specific and relevant. If you have all those compound, these are going to be good goals. And then now you have the list of your goals: top goals, health goals, family goals, work goals, finance goals, personal growth goals, passion and hobbies, and spirituality, but using the SMART technique. When you do this way, you will say it's too much work. No, it's not too much work. And let me tell you, not only is not too much work, it's okay because now you can begin to rethink all the things that happened in this year. Because one of the things that is important is that you self-reflect what happened this year. And please, don't see if you for some reason didn't achieve your goals and you failed, don't see those as a failure, see as opportunity to grow. Because now, if for next year, maybe you will reflect what happened, you will try to see the root cause of what went wrong, or if it was something that was related to you or related to your peers or your employees or your family. So whatever is the reason, having the feedback of what happened, you can now set better goals, because that will help you to reflect. So now you don't see those setbacks as setbacks. You see that last week I had a room that I called From Setbacks to Comebacks. And that is exactly what you had to think, that your setback had to become your comebacks. Because when you're a resilience guy, every time you fail, you bounce back. So the failing is the setback, the bouncing back is the comeback. So be resilient. Be resilient and be adaptive to the challenges and the changes in the world. Something important is always having adaptability. This is something that I always talk about, having adaptability. And as I said, please always consider your well-being in all your goals. So when you decided to start and move forward, talk with the people. Try to revisit this goal with your family. Maybe with your wife, maybe with your kids, maybe with your peers, the people that care for you. Go from there and ask them their opinion, what they think about these goals. When you go and have that feedback, an honest feedback, you will refine those goals. Maybe some of these goals, they will tell you, no, why don't you change for this and that? So you do fine tunes, but using the support of the people that really cares. Remember, things in life, you don't have to do it alone. Always do it with the people that support you, that you care. So when you do this way, you're going to set good goals. And ask for mentorship. Something important. Ask for mentorship, because sometimes you can go to the people that love you, yes. But sometimes you will need people that really will give you good ideas. So always try to have a mentor. I was hearing yesterday somebody that said something that really caught my attention. Said that when you have a good mentor, you will improve things that maybe could take years. You can improve it in maybe in months, because now you have the support of somebody that has more experience than you, that will help you have a boost in the situation. So look for mentorship. Look for coaching. I'm a coach. And that is part of the thing that I do. I help people to set their goals and revisit their goals. So if anybody that's hearing me really is interested, have a contact with me, you can have a contact with me. You see in my banner, you will see that I have there Jose Connect. Jose Connect is my webpage. So you go to Jose Connect, and there's gonna be a link called joseconnectonline.com. That is my calendar. You can book a call there, and we start from there, because part of my coaching is exactly that. That I help if you are starting a business, or you already have your business going on, or maybe you want to review what is your current situation, or you really want to improve your current situation. I can help you with setting your goals. That's part of the things I do. Remember that sometimes you need that external opinion that in an honest way review and give you the best advice. So look for mentorship, look for coaching. That will improve and will avoid sometimes you making mistakes. When you set your goals, then you have to try to begin to focus in how you're going to be executing them. Remember that the goals always will depend in the time bound. If you have, for example, a goal that you put to be concluded in December, but you have a goal that you're thinking to have concluded in February, you have to give priority to the first goal, the one that you went in February. For example, my case, I'm gonna put my example. What are my goals next year? I already set my goals. I'm gonna continue with my speaking career. I'm gonna go another layer in my speaker career. That I'm gonna begin to talk with the kids in the Ivy League college. So I have been talking to corporations and NGOs, foundations. I'm gonna go another layer. Is gonna begin to talk with the kids. So I had to craft my message to begin to talk to the kids. Even my message is a unique message, only one message, but of course will depend of the audience that you're gonna have. You have to adapt your message. So there's gonna be a new layer that I'm gonna have. So that's one of my priorities next year. Another of my priorities next year, I have today this podcast. I'm gonna improve this podcast. I'm gonna do a revamp in this podcast, and even I'm thinking that I'm gonna begin a TV show that it is gonna be maybe for the half of the year. So that is part of my goals. Maybe not a short term, maybe more a mid-term goal. I also are starting a new coaching program for C-suite. That's going to be one of my priorities next year. This is going to be a C-suite coaching, very tailor-made for the C-suite. It's more than a coaching, it's a mentorship. It's a mentorship how I can help C-suite rebalance their life between their business success and their personal fulfillment, because this is something that today I'm really strong talking about it, that you need to have that balance, because I came from that. I was a C-suite, but I didn't care of my well-being, and today I decided to try to spend more time with my family, to try to spend more time with my grandkids. Yesterday, for example, I had the Christmas event in my church. There was a choral and a representation, and my grandson was one of the actors. I posted yesterday, and not only my grandson was acting, my other grandson was with me in the audience with me, here, seeing the stage. And after that, we went to have lunch with my grandson. So I expended all the day with them. So that really gave me a lot of joy. So I try to spend more time with my kids, with my grandsons, with my wife. As I said, I'm doing a lot of church service, trying to spend quality time with my church. So because at the end, that's part of the joy, that have that balance in your life. So part of my goals is that. Trying to maintain that balance in my well-being. I'm going to continue promoting my book. My book today is a bestseller, but I want to make it an international bestseller. So I'm working hard on that. So to promote it more, to go to more audiences internationally. I'm beginning to have that reach. I have been contacted to other countries. They are beginning to read my book, and they wanted to get connected to have some talking about the book. So I'm in that path. So now I have my goals. That I'm writing down this 2024. I'm gonna write that 2025 this week. And when I had that ready, I put it in this acrylic, and I have here in my office. I always look at them. I always are looking I always are trying to keep track of what they are. So what are the goals and how they are going to be achieving. So when you write down your goals, don't only write them down, revisit them. Every month, go back to them and see where you are. How is your progress? Why? Because remember the goals are not written in rock. So that doesn't mean that for some reason you had to make some changes and some adaptation. You have to do it. You have to do it. So now let's reflect. Let's try to have the vision that now we're in the end of. We're talking December 2025, 1 year after. So imagine 1 year after where you are going to be. So try to think what are going to be this conversation during 1 year. Are you going to achieve? Are you going to work hard for them? So that will depend of the emphasis, the passion that you put, and of course, having faith and pursuing your dreams. Even if you're having some bad situation, you're having setback, whatever is happening in your life, pursue your dreams. And said this, I'm gonna finish in few minutes because this was my first testing that I was doing. Next week, I believe that because I'm working with somebody that's helping me in the technology side, I believe that we're gonna try to do it in Zoom, that is more interactive. Because one of the things that I really love when I was doing the LinkedIn audio room was that I did it after 30 minutes. I gave the mic to the audience, so they have the opportunity to interact with me. I feel that doing alone, I really want to feel the energy of the people. So I wanted to try to do it more interactive. So maybe I'm gonna do it in Zoom to give the opportunity to the people to come to the stage and interact with me. The people that the first time they're gonna be hearing this, because I'm gonna leave the recording, the way I do this show is that I publish a weekly newsletter called Building Resilience. That newsletter, I talk about leadership, resilience, and topic related. This week, I decided to talk this topic, that is how can I inspire others to achieve the 2025 goals. So I write down the newsletter, and then on Monday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time, I'm in Houston, I do this live. I was doing this in LinkedIn Audio Room, but as everybody knows, LinkedIn Audio was canceled, so now I have to do it in this new format. I did it today in Restream, but I'm thinking to change next week to do it in Zoom. I'm going to be testing. what is going to be the best format. And I do it like I'm doing it today in Facebook Live. So I will leave the recording in Facebook Live, and this is today being streamed in my Facebook page, my YouTube page, and my LinkedIn page. I'm going to see how it works. And I'm going to try to do it more interactive, because for me it's very important having the interaction with the people that are with me. So said this, I'm gonna conclude in a few minutes. Again, I encourage the people to go and buy my book. My book is not only the story of the situation that went to happen to me, is the legacy that anything in life you can survive. If you see my cover, this silhouette is my silhouette, but what you see inside the silhouette is the dungeon where we were capturing Caracas, Venezuela. That is called the Helicoide, one of the worst dungeons in Latin America. These were the guards. They are very scary. They use masks. And we stayed in this place 5 years. So we went through this terrible situation that I narrate in the book. But as I said, the most important is not the situation we went through. The most important for me is the lessons learned. The lessons learned after that captivity, how I'm today talking to you, and how I decided to convert that ordeal in something really meaningful for me and to help others. Because today I'm talking to you because this is part of my legacy. The art of giving, that is one of the ministries that I have in my church today, is that part of the blessing that I have is discovered that when you give, that seed that you're giving never goes from your hand. It always comes back to you, and it's multiplied. So it's an art give. I'm giving here today. I'm pouring my expertise and sharing with you, because this is the way I discovered that I can help others. So doing these conversations, I try to guide person that maybe needs some guidance, and try to help them achieve their goals and achieve their dreams. So today, my conclusion to the person that are hearing this is, put in writing your goals. And do it now. Don't wait to the next year. Do it now. Now. Take a pen and a paper and begin to write down. Remember, your top goals. What are the main goals that you have in your life? Your health goals. Things related to your well-being, your mental and your physical health. Things that you need to improve. Put it there. Your family goals. See, I'm talking about the most important things that are not money. Your family goals, your work goals. Here comes that, your work, that is the money maker, because you need to pay bills, of course. So your work, what is what you want to do? Are you going to begin a startup? Are you going to begin some venture? You're going to become an entrepreneur and finalize your 9 to 5, or you want to have an improvement in your work. You want to have a better position in your career, or you want to begin to do any new venture, anything. Put it there. Put it there. Your finances. What are your goals this year? Do you want to begin to repay some debt? Do you want to acquire new debt? Do you want to begin your walk to be debt-free? Do you want to be making some investment because you have some money? Or you really are struggling and you need to begin to produce more money? So I don't know where you are today. I don't know where you are today, but you have to put your finance goals there. Your personal growth. Remember, take care of your personal growth. Okay? So not only the work is important, it's your personal development. Your passion and your hobbies. Think in your spare time, take care of the things that you like. If you like to play guitar, do it. If you like to play piano, or you like to read, or you want to write that book that you never wrote, or you begin to compose a song because you like to sing, any passion that you have, put it part of your goal. And at the end, the spirituality, the connection with God, or your superior entity that you profess. All these had to be your goals. And remember, using the SMART technique. Remember, the SMART stands for the specific is the S, the M is measurable, the A is achievable, the R is relevant, and the T is time bounded. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bounded. SMART. All those goals had to have that technique. So set this, you are gonna be really getting your goals achieved. Look what happened this year. Look what the things that you achieved, the thing that you didn't achieve. Try to go to the root cause, what happened. Don't look the setback as failures. See the setback as opportunity to grow. Setbacks becoming comebacks. Remember, setback is a comeback. Ask for feedback from the people that love you. try to go with your goals and see what is their opinion. If they have an honest opinion, things that you need to improve, and ask for mentorship. Ask for mentorship and coaching. Look for somebody that can be your advisor. I am a coach. I can help you. If somebody is hearing me today and are struggling with this, just call me. Just call me and I can help. I can help you to organize your 2025 goal to make them be really relevant and be successful. And embrace the resilience. Adapt to the change, adapt to the challenges, adapt to the situations, and pursue your dreams. Always pursue your dream. Dream big, but begin small. And remember, celebrate your baby steps. Every time you do something, a small victory, clap yourself. Give you a clap in your shoulder. Say, hey, we're getting there. And said this, you're going to do a great year. 2025 is a year that is going to be a challenging year. Here in the U.S. is going to begin a new government. There are a lot of expectation with the new government. People are thinking that the economy can become better. Nobody knows. We hope so. But there are going to be challenges. There have been challenges in the world. Unfortunately, there are a lot of things happening in the world. All the war in the Middle East, all the war in Ukraine, and all these communist regimes, like in the case Venezuela. Nobody knows what's going to happen in Venezuela. I'm Venezuelan born. So for me, it's an uncertainty what's going to happen in Venezuela. In Venezuela, now in January, it has to be the change of the government. Nobody knows if this is going to happen. If it finally happens and there is a change of regime, Venezuela will have a brighter future. They're gonna be people trying to recompound the economy and recompound all the economy disaster that is the country today. So there are opportunities to change things in life. So next year is going to be a really challenging year. But if you have the proper mindset, if you're focused, if you are really focused and having the faith that no matter what is your circumstance today, you're going to pursue and go there, and you get connected with the people that love you, look the grace of God and look for mentorship, support, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. You're going to finally get there. So I'm going to conclude here saying that thank you to the people that heard me today. Next week, I'm going to announce, maybe they're going to do this in Zoom. We're going to see how it will work in our Zoom, and try to have the people like we have been doing in the other room, that we're having like 40, 60 people coming every week, and I was giving opportunity to them to talk. I want to come back to that because really I need to have that interaction with the people. And said this, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let me try to read some chats that I got here about what the people are having here. I'm not too much familiar with this format, so okay, I have an opinion here saying that thank you for the share. Let me see here in HOD. I have also some opinion. I have Jakir Hearing, Francisca Amadi, Mervyn Mayo, we have Ann Higgins, we have Eric Young, we have Hakon Joseph, we have David Daniel, we have Shari Donaldson, Sajan Massim, we have Elsa York, we have Barry Eugene, Mora John, we have Fana Holiday, Jesse Means, Mirna Rio, Chavez Samuel, Joshua Lava, Judai Hassim, we have Carla Spring, Marilyn Folks, Stephanie Guzman, Brandon, Anis Park, we have HOD Daniel. Well, it was a good audience. Thank you. Thank you the people that heard me here in HOD Radio Network. Thank you the people that heard this streaming in YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. And we're gonna be coming to the end in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna conclude here saying that for me this year has been a blessing. I had the opportunity to improve a lot of things in my life. One of the things that I begin to do more speaking, as I said, and it's been a blessing for me. They could connect it with the college and the universities. And I'm excited that I'm going to begin to talk to the kids. I feel this as a real calling. Go to speak to this kid and look in their eyes and give a message of hope and faith. And as I said, if I touch a soul, I save a soul, you're not saving a soul, you're saving a whole generation. So for me, this is kind of a mission to talk with the people and make them think that things in life can be done. Things in life can be done. You have to have the proper mindset, but you can do it. You really have that inner force inside yourself. So for me, that has been a great goal. My book that became a bestseller, I am receiving calls from, this morning I was receiving a call they want me to go to Hong Kong to talk with a book, and I'm going to be going to London in January, and going to go in France in March. I'm invited to go to Las Vegas. I'm invited to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Odessa, Texas, many events that are being invited. I received a call from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from Uganda, South Africa. People are reading my book in those places that for me has been shocking. I never imagined that it could be happening, but they're reading it. They're reading it, and they call me and they're reading the book. So I tell the people, don't lose opportunities. Read the book, From Hero to Villain. It's in Amazon. And you can go to my webpage, joseconnect.com, joseconnect.com. You see it in the streaming, joseconnect.com. You will find there my coaching. I'm talking here, the things like this that I'm talking today, I can help you. My book, you can go directly there, and it jumps to the Amazon page. And you can find also my speaking gigs, all the interviews. I'm becoming executive contributor to the C-Suite magazine. I'm going to be having my first article this next week. C-Suite for Christ magazine. And that's part of the achievement of this year. And again, very excited to all the things that are happening. And if this can happen to me, can happen to you. So think where you are today and think big. Think big, but begin small. Do baby step and celebrate your wins. So I'm going to come to the conclusion today. Thank you very much, the people that heard me. God bless you, and see you next week. From the count of 5, I'm going to say bye.